Hello guys, welcome back to Patrones Mujer. I'll be sharing with you a tutorial how to make this dress, and you can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 70. Having said that, let's get started. We'll take pen and paper to write down the materials. Once we have the pattern present from the magazine, we cut along the side line and we make. These are finished patterns, which means they have 1 cm seam, hems, and cut with notches and red lines. Let's check the pieces. These are the pieces from the collar. We fused them. These are the pieces from the front and back. These are the sleeves. This is the skirt. And this is the diaper, the lace, and the elastics. We have to gather the lace, so we're going to pass a stitch and then we're going to pull for get the gather of the lace. We take the collar and we place on top the lace around of the collar. Place the other piece on top, and now we're going to pass a stitch for hold the lace with the collar. So remember to facing up the gather because we don't want to get the foot entangled. Place on top the other piece of the collar and sew around of the collar. Cut the excess of the fabric around of the collar. Face the right and front of the pieces, and we're going to close on the shoulders. After that, we're going to place the collar. We have to match the notches and we're going to sew around of the neckline. Face the racks and sew on the shoulders. So the shoulders, you have to face the right, then we have to open the seams, open the front and back, and place on top the collar, and sew them all around of the neckline. Face the rights of the facing pieces and sew them on the shoulders. And place on top of the front and back pieces, and we're going to sew on the front and around of the neckline. We continue with the sleeves. We're going to place the lace on the cuff of the sleeve, then we're going to pass a stitch on the lace, face the rights and sew them on the center front and around of the neckline. Cut the corners and around of the neckline and snip the curves. Open the seams and pass a stitch on the center front and around of the neckline. Place the lace on the cuff of the sleeve and sew them. Place the sleeve, you have to match the notches, and we're going to sew around of the armhole. Then we're going to close on the side of the sleeve and the sides of the dress. Now we're going to place the elastic on the cuff, so you have to change the thread from the spool for elastic and pass a stitch on the cuff of the sleeve. Place the sleeve around of the armhole. And remember to match the notches and the shoulder. We fold in half the sleeve and we face the rights and we sew them on the sides and then the other sleeve. This is the skirt. We're going to gather the skirt, so we have to pass a stitch along of the skirt, and parallel to the first one we pass another stitch. Then we pull the thread for get together. We overlock the hem of the dress with a visible tape, and then we're going to pass a stitch on the buttonhole of the front. We're going to place the part of the top of the dress. Remember to match the notches, the center front, and the sides. Fold the bottom tape of the front and pass a stitch for close the bottom tape. Cut the excess of the fabric and turn the piece. Then we have to press with the yarn. We take the skirt with the top of the dress and face the rights and sew them along of the waist. Then overlock the waist. Then we're going to take the Velcro, we're going to cut in half, and we're going to place on the center front. Pass a stitch around of the Velcro. And now we continue with the diaper. We overlock the leg, around of the leg, then we're going to place the elastic around of the leg. We're going to fold in half and face the rights and close on the sides. A stitch around of the leg. Remember, you have to change the thread from the spool for elastic. We overlock the sides, we face the rights, and we sew on the sides. Overlock the waist, and now we fold and we pass a stitch around of the waist, and you have to leave a space with the sewing because we need to introduce the elastic through this gap. Introduce the elastic through the waist, and now we pass a stitch for hold the elastic. And finish closing the part that we just left without sewing. And we have finished our dress for our doll. We'll place buttons on the front and we press with the arrow on the hem. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tutorials. You can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 17 and the links are below. We'll see you in another video very soon. Bye!